Cool. And with hockey out here, hockey blood, Quentin Tarantino, does that ever intrigue you? Not at all?
Well, I like going to hockey. I actually remember the first time I was in Toronto. I was walking down the street and it happened to be exhibition opening day, the Maple Leafs and the Canadiens playing, and somebody gave me tickets to it. And they go, "Hey, do you want to go see this?" I go, "Yeah, sure." And I had a blast.
So you like the hockey game?
Yes, I do, very much. I had a good time.
Well, rival team, so that's fantastic. You mentioned earlier this isn't for the faint of heart. For you, first watching those initial scenes, the slavery scenes, the violence, the whippings, what was it like for you to first have to film those?
Well, film. Well, yeah, in particular they were tough to film. It was just rough. I remember actually when I was filming Kerry Washington getting whipped by the overseers, I was actually operating the camera at that time, and all of a sudden I got blind. I couldn't see anything because I started crying and my tears filled up the eyepiece, and so I was just shooting blind for a few moments there.
And is that what you hope the audience gets, is that there's a whole other side that maybe we're not seeing, or the violence in film?
Yeah, well, it's like well, my hope for the audience is, rather than try to give a message about slavery, I just tried to show you what America was like during slavery times, in the worst place possible in Mississippi, and then stick you down right in the middle of it and have you deal with it.
And kind of rewrite history a little bit.
Well, I didn't rewrite history, actually.
Like change some of the endings? Maybe?
No, I did that for sure on Inglourious Basterds, but not this movie. This is not an alternative history. This is history.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Hi. I'm curious, in some states this could actually be sadly considered controversial. How do you think it'll pan out across the states?
Hopefully very well.
Do you think it will be controversial for some places?
Controversial, smontroversial. You know, 6 months later you'll be watching it on Showtime. How controversial is that?
Do you really feel, though, that maybe red states, to be honest, might not...
There's a lot of black people in red states.
Very good, thank you.
Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
So, as a filmmaker, are there any subjects that are off limits for you?
Some subjects might be off limits for me simply because they bore me and I'm not interested in them, alright? But I don't think there's anything that is too taboo.
Sure. And can you tell me a bit about casting Leonardo DiCaprio as the villain? We don't usually see him that way.
Yeah, in a way he responded to the character and he wanted to meet me for it, and we sat down and we talked about it and everything, and we both decided that he wanted to go forward with the character, and I thought he would do a really good job, and he was terrific in it.
And okay, there are a lot of Django films. How many of them have you seen?
How many Django films? That's a good question. I think I've seen about, give or take, 20.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Mine's 21.